Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to the Great Step into our Scourge of God roleplay series following the one and only Temujin, otherwise known as Chinggis Khan or Genghis Khan, probably the more common pronunciation. However, I am of the understanding that Chinggis is the closer to the proper way to pronounce it. So I may go back and forth between the two, but in any case, you know exactly who I'm talking about. In that last episode, we had our, uh, that first major story event, and that is event that is based on the historical characters here of High Chieftain Chemujin and his wife Borta here. Probably pronouncing that wrong. Somebody did explain how to pronounce this, but frankly, you guys know me. I'm never good at pronouncing things the way that they're supposed to. Look, it's what we got to live with around here. So I'm calling her Bort. But in any case, she had a child. This is no laughing matter. She had a child after she was imprisoned, captured by the Mergids, and well, we do suspect that this child is not our own. However, I do I did get some information from the comments down below, and some people pointed me towards some more sources here. And yeah, in history, this event did happen, and Genghis Khan's first son was named Jochi, which apparently means visitor, and so it was always suspected that he was not the trueborn child of Genghis Khan, and so but he was raised as if he was. He was raised completely legitimate, and so I think we're going to follow history here and raise Jochi as our legitimate heir, and we'll see how that plays out. Apparently in history there was some falling out over his disputed parentage between him and his brothers. So, yeah, could be some kind of cool things going on with that, but we are going to go along with that. As you can see, we changed his name to the historical name as well. So, where do we go from here? Well, we have a few things to kind of manage in our realm. I'm gonna start time, but I'm gonna get it really slow here because I do want to build up some prestige so we can do a few wars. But I do want to go and build our first building here in our nomadic capital. I've looked at a few. Some of them are pretty good. The Ovu, the barter stalls, obviously, to bring some money in. The family yurt unlocks the introduce heir decision, get some more renown. The square of the Tumen could give us some nice early boosts. But we don't really need that just yet because we're not even maxing out our men at arms. We don't have any men at arms actually. Um, or the Khan's Champions Yurt, which actually could be decent. Oh, nice. We got our hostage in here. Just because we get the invite bagateurs, we don't really need that because all of our bagateurs are mostly going to be channel member characters, which you can get one as well. You guys know how to do it. You just have to become a channel member, and then you can have a character as well. But I am tempted by this knight effectiveness. Our knights are pretty powerful, especially early on, and I do like the idea of getting a bodyguard court position and things like that. So I think I am actually going to go with this one. I was tempted by these two down here to start building some income, but honestly, I want to kind of get strong early on. So we're going to build the Khan's Champions here. This is just to reward the fact that we have these strong warriors, such as Kaidu Stronghorse, who, as you well know, slew the eldest son of the Mergids, the ones who kidnapped our wife. And we have Kugan as well. But not only that, but because of our recent successes against the Mergids, we have started to draw in more warriors as well, because as the name of Temujin spreads, warriors flock to his cause. Warriors such as Yeke Mongolijin here, who is, as you can see, an albino exiled for his looks here, likes the drink and isn't the happiest man to be around, but he certainly has a way with with numbers here, and I am half tempted to make him a member of the Cruelty, because we don't really have any good people on the in our Cruelty who are, you know, good with coin. I guess Inalchi is okay with coin here. We'll see. We'll see if he earns his place. You know, if he proves himself to be worthy of the Cruelty. Do we have a court position for him? The Yurt Chi? Hmm. Oh, wow, this actually reduces... Okay, wait, can we cancel this? Let's see. Can we cancel it? Refund the cost. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna cancel that because if we get the Yurt Chi here, and Yeke is good at that, that's gonna reduce our men-at-arms maintenance and the cost of these buildings here. So that's actually gonna work out pretty well. And then we can construct this. Yeah, look, we save ourselves $3. And $3 is $3, as my dad always... No, I don't... Did he say that? Probably, maybe at some point. But anyways, so we have Yeke here, but we've brought in other warriors as well, such as Aji here, known as the Steed. You know, just a strong warrior, very skilled at arms, and Dayer as well, who is a very shrewd and calculating young warrior here. So these are all, you know, warriors that are flocking to our cause. Not to mention, you know, we've got all of our brothers as well, Belgatai and Hassar and Alten here, who's gonna grow up to be a madman, but a savage warrior of a madman, that's for sure. But yeah, let's take a look at the event here. I am informed my hostage Tagai has arrived from the Bayad nomadic camp. I'm sure my people will make him feel right at home. There we go. Pact is in place. He's just a infant. But, well, negotiate obedience. That's cool. One thing I did notice, I'm sure you guys have all played with the DLC by this point. You probably all know this. But you can set your raid intention now. Pillage, capture. We're probably going to do some capturing once we get into, like, you know, some of these richer lands. Because you guys know Ghengis Khan, you know, he had concubines. And we're going to have concubines as well. But we're going to get concubines from, you know, the rich people, right? You know, like maybe the daughter of a Seljuk sultan or of a king of Majininja, things like that. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. We will be doing some conquering, we will be doing some capturing, and Genghis Khan will have his concubines. But in any case, what are we gonna do from here? Just let our time build up because we do need to build up our prestige. Nest sighting. On the way back to camp, I spot a small nest, although no bird is in sight. It is made of twigs and grass and seems to be in good condition. On closer inspection, there are 2 baby eaglets inside, big enough to survive without their mother for some time, but still too young to make long treks across the horizon. The opportunity to take one as a companion is too good to pass. Well, heck yeah. Of course I want to have an eaglet here, and it's basically 100% chance. Oh, and we get bird sighting for 3 years, so we can do a falconry hunt. If it's meant to be, they will come to me. An eaglet or both flocks to you? Oh, well, the fate of an eaglet or both. Okay, well, 100% chance is pretty good. The eaglets become restless. Their departure from the nest will be with me or another predator. Trailing the nest, my descent is slow and careful. These eaglets are still too young to fly far, but not too young to be dangerous. My foot slips on some grass, but I manage to hang on, and eaglet notices my struggle and begins to squawk, startling itself and flying away. Curses, though I failed to retrieve both, one is better than turning up empty-handed. It is beautiful and it is mine. We gain hunting eagle. Falconry hunt chance plus 10%. I think that we're gonna keep it ourselves because I actually want to go on a hunt in order to boost it. Oh wow, we just got a bunch of prestige anyways. I'm gonna do the hunt anyways before we start the wars. Oh, what? Look at this. There's a new type of hunt. The Nurge. The Nurga? Hunt hundreds of animals to show prowess and strength. Wow, okay. That's cool. Nurge is a great hunt where hundreds, if not thousands, of animals are slaughtered. Whoa, that's terrifying. There's an opportunity for the High Chieftain to impress both vassals and tributaries. Well, I don't think we'll do that right away. I think we'll just do a falconry one, but that Nurge does... There's a fourth one there, wasn't it? Yeah, what was the fourth one? Let's see. Legend. Oh, yeah, that's the legendary hunt. That was there before. Okay. All right, so we're going to do that. Let's see. Where was that bird? Pheasant sighting? High fertility? I guess it was it in one of these bird sighting? That must be the pheasant sighting that they're talking about. All right, we'll do it in Jeddah. Jeddah? Yeah, let's do it in Jeddah. Here, there's no real danger. Party size, much more prestige. I'm willing to spend the horses. We've got a fair amount. Recreation, no. Probably impose obedience. Ooh. Interesting. I don't think we really need to do that, though. Recreation. I'd like to just do success, but this should be fine, I think. What about befriend? Anybody... But, you know, interesting coming here? No, it's just people in our court. So, yeah, let's just do recreation. That should be fine. Large party size, manage guests. Yeah, they're not coming, so that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Let's just do a quick little hunt, build up that prestige, and then we will be looking pretty good, I think. I rest my new eaglet on my glove and gently stroke her feathers. A dignified and fierce creature indeed. She is no ordinary bird. Daydreaming about the hunts to come, I must think of what I will call her before we set out to catch her first fox or hare. Ooh. Kilinshak, Chania, Kongor. I'm going to go with Kongor because I can actually pronounce that. I think, anyways. You guys know how it is. As we await the arrival of the rest of my guests, my servants can get started on the preparations. The masters of the chase check the grasslands each day for signs of quarry while establishing a camp closer to the hunting grounds. Those pheasants are close. I can feel it. Yeah, we're going to catch them. Pheasants here. That's for sure. So yeah, we're building up our prestige here just to prepare for the inevitable wars that we're going to be leading here. Oh, with my hostage no longer of any relevance. Okay. I don't really know why, but oh, we have some prisoners, don't we? Oh yeah, let's ransom these people here. I'm gonna do the ransom. Oh well, actually. So it was 225 for either or, but you know, we got 50 for ransoming the guy. Her husband here. We got 50 for whoever the chieftain was, but we can get 225 for ransoming her. So I'm gonna do that. Get those horses back that we're spending in this hunt. So yeah, there we go. Targutai assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the hills near Jeddah. With any luck, we'll find a flock of herons, and our falcons will have great sport. Let's get out there. You will seek a hawk the heron to... You will seek to hawk a heron. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I think a duck will suffice. Prestige is glorious for... Well, I mean, let's go for... Let's go for the best one, right? Alright. Time go on here. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of wars, but that means we do need to boost up our prestige just to be able to do that. Obviously, we'll get some prestige during the wars, but I just want to build that up, get some hunts in, do some things like that, so we're prepared for, you know, an extensive campaign. My falcon seems to be getting quite agitated on my wrist, tapping and pecking restlessly. I mean, no doubt the beast is eager to take to the skies. Fly, my falcon, I say. Or focus on tracking. Increase that success chance. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Ransom accepted. Boosting up our money decently there. My falcon takes a perch and keenly spies across the landscape. In a flash, a bird descends upon something in a frenzy. Once it has reached its prey, it pecks and claws at something on the ground. And frantic and screeching falcon. Not over a dead beast, but a small collection of coins and trinkets. What? Just got a bunch of money for that. Well, that is nice. I imagine it found like a dead body or something. So Oh, and look at that. Our spouse is a patron of theologians. My courtier Yeke signals to the party to hush. We have arrived at the release spot set up by our game masters. All right, fly true, little one. My little eagle, get us some money. Or get us some prey, anyways. Shortly after disappearing into the wild, I hear a falcon screeching and screaming out. It's been snatched up by a hideous wolf. The fight isn't going well for my dear falcon. Blood coating the maw of the wolf. I risk being attacked. I'll fight the brute myself. Yeah. Damn straight we are. We fight off the wolf. Look at that. Plus 350 prestige. I watch excitedly as my falcon identifies the target and takes a wing from its watch, soaring high into the air. Climbing into the position in pursuit of the heron siege. The falcon is doing everything right. Oh no, the hunt fails. Come on. Oh, that's unfortunate. But we still got a bunch of prestige from that, so I'm okay with that. Anyways, we still got, oh man, we got a bunch of stuff anyways, so yeah, I'm totally fine with that. There we go, look at that, 1400. We were at 200 before we started that hunt. And we have arrived back home. All right, so the time has presumably come. Ooh, call for confederation. Against the great powers who scorn the weak, the Mongol who fights alone will die alone. I must seek out those who love my people and would swear a sacred oath to fight each other to the death. Enables the offer confederation character interaction. May be used on independent duke or count rank rulers to add them to a shared confederation. They will always join each other's. Ooh. So we can do this, and this just means that we can do this whenever we want. Seems so. Who will stand with us? Yeah, all right, let's do that. At the whim of Tengri, my high chiefdom can be broken like the shaft of a single arrow, for my modest tribe shares the lands of a Tuken with warbands such as Chieftain Tagai's fearsome Mongols. But if my people's arrows were bound with those of friends and kin, could an enemy grip so easily shatter us? Brothers, sisters, name no master, but a voice for the tribes, a voice to scorn Chieftain Tagai and all the world. I must seek the willing, or cowardice. Do we really need to do this? Or do we just go for war? Maybe this is cowardice. Huh. Interesting. Who is this guy? Rallying the tribes. I don't know. I don't see any downside to this, though, right? Yeah, it's not taking away anything, so I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it anyways. So we could potentially, what, like offer some of these guys? Offer confederation? Gift with herd? So we could bring them and form the confederation. A relation that binds tribal or nomadic rulers in mutual defense, similar to an alliance. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, we can attack or raid one another. That's cool. So I don't think we really need to do that. We have the alliance with the Karates already. Offer confederation. Press with prestige. So we could form a confederation. I'm okay with forming a confederation with the Karates because we already have the alliance. So this would be kind of cool. So I think we will offer it to the Karates, but that's it. We already have the alliance, so we don't actually need it. But I'd like to kind of keep. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Huh. All right. So it makes us. That's okay. This is interesting. Well, I'm kind of glad we did this. I mean, maybe it's not quite, the whole like conquering thing we want to be doing, but I don't know. This is still kind of interesting. And, we didn't, Genghis Khan didn't start as Genghis Khan. He had a rough time early on in his life. It wasn't just conquer. At a certain point, it was. But, there was a lot to it. So I'm actually okay with this. With High Chieftain Toghrul's Karates and the warriors of Ogrash surrounding us, we mingle blood and promise confederation. We will be many, brother, watching over these lands, cries Toghrul, gripping me close, fighting as wolves of the same pack. One no better, no hungrier than any other. The Selenga Valley Confederations. This is cool, actually. Yeah, I like that it's kind of created. Belonging to a confederation restricts dominance and prevents creating new titles. Ooh, well, I don't like that. But we can break out of the confederation eventually. Does that Okay. I mean, I think that's interesting. But we'll eventually have to break out of the confederation if we want to really keep expanding. The bustling of an inn, a fine cider, come evening after a long day of training. My tankard is knocked out of my hand by a mercenary reeling from a blow, and all hope of relaxation drains away from me along the floor. Please, my lord, the innkeeper begs. By Shinkor Dogshin's thugs have been drinking me dry without paying for days, and they're fighting and scaring off the. They're too drunk to be a real threat. Karat Sagan will have expunged bandits respected by mercenaries. 100 martial lifestyle experience. Yeah, okay, let's just kick these bandits out. All right, so new confederate. Wow, okay. So we're creating this big confederation, but we're eventually gonna become the main power in it. That's what is obviously gonna happen here. We can still declare war. And so what I do want to do is bring the Buryats under tribute. They don't really stand any chance against us, so we're gonna do that. Let's start. Let's get the expansion rolling here. Ah, that's kind of cool though. I like this, and like yeah, as far as I'm aware, you know, the early stages of Temujin's life did involve some of this kind of, you know, making alliances, and it was only through time and through, you know, the events. Oh yeah, we got the Buryat Confederation here. Yeah, it was only through the events of his life that he ended up becoming the great conqueror that he was. And so I think that this is like completely this makes complete sense to me of how this might go. So plus we get to see these cool new mechanics. Like I like that it just created this new kind of nation, I guess, confederation, like that, as you know, has us on the map as the same, you know, under the same thing here. Super cool, actually. Yeah, they did a good job with this DLC. I know that there's like, you know, it's still in some ways, you know, it's got all the base mechanics, of course. It's still Crusader Kings 3, but there's a lot to it. And they, you know, when they call this the second core expansion for the game, it really does feel like, you know, like, oh man, look at that. Yeah, our confederation is just expanding like crazy. Maybe there's a way to, you know, take over the confederation essentially, like, you know, to kind of come out on top and have them all just kind of, you know, become yours. Elevate confederation. Disband the credit. Oh yeah, see here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. What was once a bond of necessity, warriors sworn together to stand against the storm, must now become something greater. Let the leaders of warbands become lords, the chieftains become vassal, and the confederation stand as one under a single banner. You get a kingdom to your title, and all confederates become our vassals. So what do we need for this? We need our fame to become illustrious. That's gonna be not too hard. We need at least 5 confederates. We're probably at what, 4 now, and all of the confederates need to. Oh yeah, we can hit this easy. That's so good. So we can get a huge power boost like very quickly here. We just need to have all the confederates like us. So Chieftain Toghrul, who else do we have? High Chieftain Tamachi. Okay, let's start boosting up the opinions here. Let's start swaying some of these characters, and so that we can prepare for that. We got a siege rolling on over here, which is fine. So yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. Is our champion's yurt? It's done, right? Yeah, okay. And we can upgrade our main yurt here, so that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna cost some money. It costs a lot of herd actually, but it boosts our herd capacity, which is something that we want to do. So, and we'll get another building out of it. So I think we're gonna do that. Let's start building up that capital. So yeah, nice. Ah, that's cool. I do like it. Like I said, it adds a very different. It adds so many different things to think about compared to just the normal kind of stationary gameplay. Like the mercenary gameplay is also super fun, but this feels like different even from that. And so I feel like there's now like three or four new playstyles. You know, you have your regular feudal playstyle. You have your administrative government playstyle, which has some really cool mechanics, like we saw in our last series. You know, you've got the mercenary playstyle, which I'm still a huge fan of, and now you've got the nomadic. So, you know, when they finally end up adding in the you know, the mercantile playstyle, you know, playing as republics and things like that, it's just gonna add another layer. Like it's gonna be a much better game, you know, and Paradox will occasionally nickel and dime you for all its DLCs, but the DLCs do add value to the game. A lot of them do, anyways, and so I've been pretty happy with Crusader Kings 3's DLC so far. My brother, have you heard what they call you? My brother Hachiyun says to me, uh, while taking in his surroundings, they call you High Chieftain Temujin the Fox. Spectacular is it not? It's on the lips of all the peasants and noble alike. A cause for celebration. Ooh, Temujin the Fox. Cool. That's I don't mind that nickname. Might switch over to a siege guy here because we've got Kugan, just to get the sieges rolling a little bit quicker over here. We could just push right for his capital, but I don't see if we need to. We could praise his youthful vigor. I mean, he's 52, but you know, maybe he'll appreciate it. Oh, it's been a source of joy for him. Look at that. He loves us. He did help us rescue our wife. I'm like 90% sure this is the historical guy who helped us rescue our wife. So eventually he will become a rival, as they all will. But yeah, I like this. Look at this big this you know, this confederation. Man, cool. I love it. I love that, you know, the way that these confederations and the tributaries and stuff, you know, it makes the map look interesting too, you know. You've got all these tributaries and the nomads and shepherds and stuff. It feels much different playing in this region compared to before. Yeah, look at that. We've got another person joining in. Very cool. All right, so we got that done. We'll just go and siege down his capital here. So yeah, will we be able to do that? The fake confederation. We have our 5. Yeah, we've got the 5 confederates. So all we need to do is be level 3. Man, we could probably get that in like the next episode, maybe even this episode if we're really lucky. So who are our confederates? It's got to be this guy, right? Can we see this? Like, how do we see our confederation? Is it somewhere in here? No, that's succession. This is laws. This is nomadic tributary. Is there a way to like see, or somebody let me know in the comments below if you know if there's like a confederation menu or something somewhere. But either way, we just got to get oh my gosh, look at they got their 80 troops and they're hiding. They're terrified of us. So yeah, we'll have to boost up this guy's opinion. I'm guessing this guy's opinion. Anybody else? Oh, Jochi's a troublemaker. When it's not a prank, it's a brawl. Oh, he's a rowdy kid. Good. He'll be a warrior. We will raise him as a warrior. All right, siege is going on. I mean, we could probably just attack him and get a bunch of war score, but we'll need to do the siege anyway, so we might as well let it go here. I did get some wives for our warriors here, like Kaidu, Kugan, Aji are here. I think a couple of them are still missing wives. We could get them some wives here. Let's see. Zalkama Congodor. Alright, we could get a wife for Yeke over here. Alright, siege is going well enough anyways. Let's go. There, those look stepped. Gotta get our warriors, you know, get them some kids as well. What's going on in the rest of the world? Everything looks relatively stable over here. I did notice Novgorod. Is Novgorod I mean, is this new that it starts as a republic, or was it always like that in the 1167 start date there? Nice, we got our main yurt is built up. Our herd's pretty low, so we are gonna need to figure out how to boost up our herd. Because in order to become the greatest of Khans, we need to have we need to boost a lot of different things. So there's something in there that requires us to have 10,000 herd or something like that. So man, we're getting a lot of these guys in our confederation. Man, it's gonna be cool if we can bring them all under our power, though. All right, siege done. Is that going to give us the war score? It does give us the war score, and we've taken some prisoners. Like his daughter here. Do we take her as a hostage? Oh, we can't do that in tributary wars, right? We could get her. Oh, we could bring her into our court like this. I'm gonna do that because then we will be able to betroth her to, like, maybe one of our brothers or something. She is just a child of a concubine, but I mean, yeah. Who's our youngest brother here? Guess it's probably Temujin. Yeah. All right. We'll betroth her. It's a bit of an age gap there, but actually we'll go with Alton. They're the same age, so. Because this is, you know, the daughter of one of our tributaries, so obviously, you know, having a marriage alliance there, not through our son. He's destined for greater things, but I think Alton here is gonna get that betrothal there. You know, solidify this guy as our tributary here. So let's offer peace. Oh, we could have demanded the hostage, but I mean, we still could. All right, let's see. Yeah, high herd transfer, perfect. Yeah, okay. Let's enforce our demand. There we go. So look at that. We're getting that expansion going. We want to keep expanding too. That's the thing. Let's see. Family members can get married. Oh yeah, brothers need wives. The mayor of Jagdalik, or Gajin the Stout. Well, you know. Oh, she's strong. Sure, my brother can be married to her, and then Gunes Silvertongue. Oh, get him a beautiful wife here. Sure, Hachiun, you're the lucky one. You're get a wife who's kind of good looking. So there you go. Don't say I never did anything for you. We need to expand because the Buryat Confederation is going to be. Feel like they're going to be a little bit of a problem. I'd like to kind of wrap around this lake here. I don't know what this lake is. Somebody leave me down in the comments below if you know what that lake is there. So we can declare war on these guys. Sovereignty war. You gain the contested tributaries. So what would that be? Okay, so we can fight this guy for the tributaries. Yeah, okay, well, we might as well. We do have to just continuously expand here. That's the thing. We are playing as, you know, Ghengis Khan. But we're not Ghengis Khan yet. And, you know, time rolls. Time rolls on in this game. You know, we're already 21 years old. We're over here. We're going to get a big boost when we take over the Confederation. But we, you know, if we want to match Ghengis Khan, we got to get all the way to Eastern Europe. So we are going to pretty much have to be at a constant state of war, honestly, which is not normally how I like to play the game. But yeah, you know, you got to try some different. You got to do different things every once in a while. All right, let's get this army in here. Go and siege them down. I guess this is maybe the better way. All right, let's roll on here. We'll lead the army ourselves. I offer you the service of my caravan master, Tumen. I mean, sure, he's capable. I'm not gonna turn down capable guys. All right, let's roll in here. I'd like to get a battle because I'd like to get our warriors making a name for himself. A man's home or strict organization or stalwart leader boost our own prowess. You know what? I'm just gonna grab one stalwart leader because I want to be the greatest of warriors, and we're at 31 already. So yeah, let's go and do that. All right, where's the enemy army? Let's engage him. Oh, somebody wants to give me a concubine. Sorka Tanagai, oh, well, no, we're not taking some fornicator. Who's the father of her children? Probably you. No, thank you. We need better offers of concubines than that. All right, here we go. This is gonna be a little bit of a battle. We'll see if they can. Ooh, Alton became. Oh, he was for some reason he was learning a diplomacy education. Oh God, look at his stats. It's because he's an imbecile. You know what? That's actually fine because regardless, even if he got a decent warrior stat, he was probably not going to be a great commander. But his prowess, 29, not too bad. He's actually stronger than practically everybody else. I do want to get rid of his kind of silly little hat here. Let's see. How do we get headwear? No headwear. There you go. Alton. he's not good for anything other than just beating the crap out of people here. So there we go. That was our battle one. Let's check if there's any interesting things from there. Nope. I do want to get Alton though as a warrior because you know that is what he's good at. So he's gonna be one of our skilled warriors. 29. He's second only to Jamuka and Kugan. So yeah, he's a very capable warrior. I might switch out his diplomacy trait here because that doesn't really make sense. Like he probably was being raised to be a warrior with, if anything. So, but yeah, I mean, he is kind of dumb as rocks, anyways. So yeah, maybe it doesn't matter that much. A chieftain Togrul swayed. Okay, so we don't need to worry about Togrul anymore. So we're gonna want to start swaying Tamachi here. So let's start swaying him. It's a little more difficult to sway him, but that's fine. You know, if we need to, we bribe people with, you know, horses and money and things like that, right? So yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, time is the tricky thing here, right? Like all these wars are taking us a while. We need to build up wow, look at the Buryat Confederation. They're gonna be our big rival over here. But I'm fine with that. Yeah, we'll take over the Selinga Valley Confederation, and then we're just gonna go from there. Humans are big too. Nice. It's cool, man. Yeah, I like this. I really like this. Let's see. All right, siege is gonna be done soon-ish here. There we go. Nice. Let's see. And we captured him and his son. So we can ransom that probably and we can probably get some ransoms here, right? Let's see. Negotiate release. Dude, demand ransom. Ransom for horses. Horses might be decent, honestly, at this time. So yeah, let's get the ransom there. Do we have the war score we need? 50 plus 58. Yeah, so we can ransom both of them and still and still have the war score we need. So I don't really want the money. I think I want to boost up our herd because it did get a little bit low. So that's what we're going to do there. We're going to get that herd. Should still be at 100 war score. Yep, we are. So we can do that. Let's enforce our demands. Can we demand a hostage? Nope. That there. Expand all. Nice. All right, so we expanded a little bit here. Are you a tributary of the... Ooh, maybe you're not. Can we demand as tributary? Will not accept. Why won't you accept? Ooh, because he's bold. Well, boldness isn't always a good thing. Oh yeah, this is the guy we just attacked, so we probably have a peace agreement with them. But do we have a peace agreement with this guy? Bring him under tribute. Yeah, I mean, we might as well, right? Can we form up our army up here? Oh no, it's located... Ah, yeah, okay. Because these are just tributaries. Tributaries don't count exactly as our realm. Cool. All right, let's build up our army here. 944, perfect. Starting to expand that a little bit. We're about halfway towards Illustrious. So yeah, I don't think we're going to hit the level 3 that we need in this episode, but I do think that we'll be able to get it in the second. The Buryats are... Yeah, this is a powerful confederation. I bet you attacking them is going to have... Well, maybe not as much as it might have seemed. But the Kori Tumed Buryat. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I like this. I like this DLC, you guys. I think it's cool. World seems to be, going on as it is. England's pretty strong over here. Let's see. Byzantines seem to be doing fine under Alexios II. Rum is over here. Don't think we've seen the Fourth Crusade happen yet. Ooh, or is this it? And it is. The Fourth Crusade is happening. And they are losing. So, sucks to be the Byzantines. Trust me, know exactly how that feels. To win the Fourth Crusade. Looking at you, Rabbas. All right, come on, army. let's move on. Get up here. All right, battle's gonna begin in just a second here, and we will crush our enemy, no doubt. Chieftain Gunga the Brave of the Chunlanuru. Buryat. All right, let's crush his army here. We like to face a brave opponent. That is why we will make you just our tributary. Oh, we captured him as well. Well, oh man, do we ransom him for the herd and then just do the siege anyways? Well, actually, or maybe we hold on to him and see how long the siege is going to take here. Let's see. Let's put our siege guy in charge. Kugan manages our sieges, and he manages them well. Look at the details of that battle. Ooh, somebody was slain. Slain by Ajir Steed. Nice. Ajir getting his first kill. Looks like. Yeah, killed one of the enemies. Well done. Proving himself as a capable warrior for us here. So they got... I don't know if I really want to wait. Let's just enforce the demands with the captured guy here. It's faster. It's easier. There we go. Expand all. All right. Can we get... looks like we're kind of blocked off a little bit here. What about this guy? Offer confederation. Declare war. Bring Itoi under tribute. Okay, this guy's actually got troops, though. That's the thing. Oh, it broke our alliance, so we only have we don't have an offensive alliance. Oh, here's where you can see the confederation. Oh, look, everybody except for the one guy already has 25 or higher opinion of. So if we want to get the prestige, then the obvious answer is not a bunch of small wars. The obvious answer to get the prestige is to do another hunt, right? Because that is going to that's going to boost us up there. So you know what? I think that's what we're going to do. Because yeah, you get way more. If we have a successful hunt, we're going to get way more way more prestige here. What if we do the Nurg? Let's see. Higher parallel grounds, more prestige. But the Nurg. Okay, you know what? I want to see this. Gain legitimacy, gold, dread, and prestige based on the outcome. I mean, we've got this big confederation. We've just had a bunch of successful wars. Let's try it here. Do it in Karatsagan. Got +3. It's got a nice boost. It's, you know, we don't have any other special boosts there, but I think we try it, actually. We want to have a good outcome there, so we'll spend the horses. Succeed. Yeah, here's where we want to go for succeed, because I do want to have a success in that. Is there anything we could kind of do to boost it as well? Doesn't look, that's all just the danger and stuff like that. So manage guests. Jamuka's gonna come. Let's see, extended family, court guests. All right, I think that's fine. Yeah, let's do this. All right, hopefully we'll get a bunch of prestige from this, and then if we're lucky, that's gonna push us towards what we need to take over the Confederation. And look at that! Imagine like how big we're gonna get just from the Confederation here. Culture had changed. Yeah, okay. Other guys are, but that's fine. Yeah, if we can get that event, boom, we have a huge kingdom already. The Great Nurg begins. Horse riders are lined up behind me in a column stretching out to the left and right. My chieftain, they are all waiting for the signal to begin, Kaidu says, as he leans a bit closer. The preparations are done. Good, Kaidu. I knock an arrow, lift my bow, and let an arrow fly. With a pained scream, I see a plump goat fall, twitching to the ground. Panic bleeding follows as chaos spreads among the beasts, followed by the rhythmic thump of hooves as the riders set out on the hunt. Oh. A little bit of a typo here, Paradox. Rhythmic. Maybe I'll put a bug report for him there. Your nurge outcome becomes slightly more successful. All right, let's hope for the best then. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, somebody else joined the Seneca Valley, Selinga Valley Confederation. The rush of the hunt has died down, with many hunters returned to camp to discuss their plans while the rest observe the wolves from the distance. We must be gruesome, ruthless as we are to foes, Dyer exclaims. Yeah, okay, Dyer. He's a bit of a brutal man, but you know what? He grew up in a tough spot there. Before another, let's see. Oh, but then Targutai nods in agreement, but adds, but there will be no strength in numbers if we do not work together. Before another argument break out, Bala steps in and offers his own advice. We can stick to tradition, Bala asserts, but with patience. Watch the animals, close in on them slowly, and strike when they least expect it. Hard and fast. Ooh, 90% chance. Split into groups and coordinate. Ambushes in order. Let our bows decide the outcome. No, I think we got to go for this one. You know, 90% chance. Come on, the plan is successful. Yeah, there we go. Love to see it. How much of a boost did that give us here? Oh yeah, look at this. We're already at level 3 here. Look, let's. Oh, a group of wild goats. Let's. I like the three of us. Hey, it's Alton. Alton's here as well. Nice. And Jamuka. Yeah, Jamuka and our brother. Nice. Riding together, a chance to show my prowess. Let's do it. The animals perish by our hands, boosting up our prestige. All right, come on, success. We do want to find success here. Though solid proof of our progress, I worry that we will leave too few wolves alive, Kaido explains. I do not wish to leave the land barren. We've managed to slay enough to feed us for many moons, but the hunt has become tedious as their numbers dwindle. Kaido has directed the riders to search for more enclaves, but the wolves are becoming fewer and far between. We will leave some to repopulate. We must hunt. Not overhunting for 2 years. To relent his weakness. Somewhat more successful. Could be good. And we get the dread. Observe the wolves. Let us find what his weakness. 43% chance. Let's see. A bit of a, that's a coin flip. What does overhunting do? Fertility growth. You know what? We're going to move out of Karatsagan eventually anyway, so I'm not too worried about lowering its fertility a little bit. So yeah, let's just boost up this hunt as much as we can here. Wait, Tuktoga abruptly dismounts his horse. I thought I saw here, he says. Must have belonged to less fortunate hunters presenting a bloodstained bow. Give it to your high chieftain. We will become owner of Togoda's composite bow. Come on. Let me look at this, please. I want to see what it is. Keep it up. Oh, it's because if I go over that, there we go. Togoda's composite bow. It's not great, but it is better. It's, it is a weapon. You can keep it or get back on your horse. Is this weak bow worth it? +2 prowess. We can surely get a better bow. And increasing that success outcome plus reduce. Oh man, yeah. I mean, I think boosting the opinion of everybody. I'm gonna do that, and I will take the bow. Get ourselves a weapon. We'll start out with something not great, but look at that, 35 prowess. Like Game of Thrones numbers right there. All right, 5 days till the hunt succeeds. Although we were probably just short of this here. Maybe we get one last event. It's quite a successful hunt. Okay, so that's fine. There's more than enough to go through them all. The smell of blood and sweat. So we could have got. Yeah, probably taking that bow wasn't the best idea. I thought we would maybe get one more event there though, so can't really blame you there. We got some decent little bonuses there. The meat will go through a few seasons. Plus, we got some nice things. Rough terrain expert as well. That's not the worst. We got +300 prestige. We've got a bunch of dread. Got some money. Got some legitimacy. Honestly, not too bad at all. What do we have here? Offer concubine. Who are you offering? Hogaloon. This is just no. Wait, I want good concubine. Give me the good ones. Can declare war on this guy. Can demand she becomes our tributary. Very well. Just do that. Family members can get married. Oh, maybe we can get some marriage. Ooh. Will we gain some legitimacy if we marry our sister off to the Khan of the Karluks? Okay, pretty far away. Far away. She would just be one of his secondary spouses. But we would gain legitimacy. Legitimacy is useful. Take a look at the other options here. Let's see. Kyrgyz, Karate. This is the son. I mean, that person did seem pretty far away. Do we get anything if we do this one? No. Ugh, man. I just feel like our sister, it feels like it would be tricky for us to pull off, a marriage. Plus, I don't necessarily know if I want to have a marriage alliance with somebody that far away. So yeah, even though it would be advantageous to do that, I don't think we're going to. We'll keep our alliance with the Karats strong here. That should be that. My sister-in-law Corrigan has given birth to a daughter. There we go. We've got Goland here. I'm surprised we haven't had any more kids, to be honest, with Borta here. Jochi is already 5, and we haven't had a single other kid. Maybe we gotta woo our wife over to our side. Can we seduce her? Can we romance her? Start scheme. How's our scheme going with this guy over here? Still 5. I mean, we could bribe him though, right? When it's time to come, we just bribe the guy. So yeah, maybe we do start romancing our wife, because I do want to have plenty of children with her. So yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Writer 11. Impress her by winning a sparring match. I recruit one of my most senior soldiers and practice with him for 3 days straight. Once he deems me ready, the soldier fights valiantly, but I disarm him with a final flawless thrust, and we dedicate this victory to our dear wife. She's speechless, clearly flattered. There we go. Let's get it on. But yeah, I mean, oh man, like I said, I do think that this DLC is pretty cool. Um, and I'm quite enjoying it. If you haven't picked it up already, I will have a link down in the description that you can follow where you can get it yourself. And yeah, I mean, this is going pretty well, I would say. You know, we're 22 years old. If we can get that confederation under us, that's going to give us a huge chunk of land here, and that's going to give us a good start. Then we take over the Buryats, you know, solidify the eastern steppe. The Karakatai, they're going to be a bit of a problem, I'm sure, but we'll deal with them in time, and the Cumans. But yeah, first step is to solidify the eastern steppe under us, and we'll work our way from there. As always, I want to thank all you guys down in the comments below and everybody who supports the channel. But until the next one, Wanderers, I will see you then.